If you're interested in buying a business, you should watch out for a company where the value walks out the door right after the sale is consummated.
You need to do some due diligence.
As a buyer, I would like to see the seller around for a significant period of time to help with the transition so that I'm not buying something that's going to evaporate when the seller leaves.
If the owner of the company you just bought rides off into the sunset, is there anybody else that has the relationships that sustain the business? Does anybody know how to work the business? If the salesmen aren't locked down, if there's no contract with them and so they can take the relationships out the door right after you buy the company, meaning that they can take 70% of the revenues out the door after you buy the company, that's a problem.
In the words of the late President Reagan, trust but verify.
Inherently, there's a lot of risk associated with a small business.
And the due diligence phase is the verification.
Make sure that what you're buying is going to be the same company after closing as it was in the days leading up to closing.